Alright, Shalom. Shalom Israel's the brother of YAHAWAH here with another hopeful edifying video to the body of YAHAWAHSHI. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHWAH, YAHWAHSHI, Kadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders that I learned this truth from, the men of GMS, and the brethren with the like mind and doctrine. I've seen this clip before. Somebody posted it, and how it was posted, it was basically taken out of contents, or how it was perceived and given, because how it was started and ended. But I'm gonna let it play, and I'm gonna let you see what the video's about. It says biting, mocking gun skeptics. We're going to swoop down and gather up every gun in America. Well, I'm gonna just let you see what was being said here.
No central registry for anything. No way that Uncle Sam can go find out whether you own a gun, because we're about to really take away all your rights and you're not going to be able to defend yourself, and we're going to swoop down with special forces folks and gather up every gun in America. It's bizarre, but that's just being sold out there.
See, that's what he's saying, right? He was saying that there's no way that Uncle Sam, meaning the government, can find out that the Americans have guns, and that they have some elaborate plan that they're gonna come down with special forces and swoop in and take away all the guns. That's what he said. That's what he was saying here. But when I seen it first, basically somebody cut it like that's what he meant, that he was gonna come in with special forces and swoop down to take all the America's guns, because that's how when I first seen it. But how he's mentioning it, how he's really mentioning it and meaning it, is that there's no way that the government or Uncle Sam knows that the American people have guns in their possession, and they're gonna come in with special forces to swoop down and take all your guns. But what come to my mind is like, what made him say specifically like the special forces and coming in to swoop in and take all the guns? So I have another clip that I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna show you. Just bear with me.
Hey, you.
All right. This is the clip that I want to bring out, Salakia. But yeah, this clip here says J-Him 15. Well, this exercise was being conducted during the Obama administration, and you know who was the vice president at the time was Biden. You know, Sleepy Joe. He was the president at the time of this this military exercise was being conducted. So I'm gonna let let this video play right here, this news clip, and that brings to mind of why he had to say special forces. So I'm gonna play this news clip.
Thanks for joining us. We are days away from the U.S. military descending on Central Texas for Jade Helm 15. The Army says it's an 8-week training exercise in a realistic setting, but they're not saying much beyond that. Fox 7's Elizabeth Saab is live in downtown with more. Elizabeth.
Mike, because of that, there's no shortage of controversy surrounding the U.S. military's largest training exercise. So what exactly are they training for? Well, it depends on who you ask.
The thing I can say about the Special Forces soldiers is they are the most elite soldiers on today's battlefield.
This highly decorated retired military veteran should know.
I've served with 10th Special Forces for 26 years.
He's asked us to hide his identity. A warning from the federal government came down about online threats from terror groups, but that's not stopping him from talking about Jade Helm.
With Jade Helm 15, I've done this kind of training on a smaller scale.
The winds of conspiracy are swirling on the roads of Smithville. This man believes for good reason.
They just don't train to call it training. There's a purpose behind this.
The Green Beret says
they're on a budget. They're not going to spend all their money on one training exercise where they can get the same effect on federal land. for the fraction of the cost.
And the potential for something much bigger lies ahead.
I think Jade Helm is a training exercise to prepare them for attack, or if they have to declare martial law because there is a mass casualties in the southern borders.
They're like a child pushing the envelope. You know, let's see what these people will take now.
Joe and Tom Watts have lived in Smithville for 15 years. Tom worked for the government for more than 20, including for NASA and the NSA.
As soon as they use the word transparency, I see the opaqueness come in.
The 60 troops stationed here for the next 8 weeks are scheduled to train in the area.
What 15 landowners just suddenly called the government and said, hey, you want to come train on my property? I don't care about my livestock or my crops.
They first heard about the operation in May and are angry it's been shrouded in secrecy from the White House.
We have a president who circumvents the Constitution, ignores the Constitution. We have a Congress who backs him up. It's just one little thing after another.
They also blame their local government.
I'm very disappointed in our county commissioners for inviting these people and not making it public to the citizens of Bastrop County before they made that decision.
Despite the hype around Jade Helm, the only gun store in town says they haven't seen their sales spike.
That's not something that we want to do to take advantage of the added hysteria for that. We don't want to boost that. So that's it's just not something that we're going to do.
They too say their county officials are partly responsible for the chaos.
They really fueled the distrust in the citizens because the decision was made. It was out of our hands.
People are making much ado about nothing, I think.
Whatever that nothing ends up being around here,
I don't think anyone in this county is against our military training.
it will be talked about for at least the next 8 weeks.
If you're honest with us, we'll open our houses up for them to train.
But because they weren't,
It makes us raise an eyebrow on what's really going on.
so will anyone get to see this training? Well, it's not open to the public, and a Jade Helm spokesperson tells us the media is not invited either. He does say, though, if an opportunity presents itself during the next 8 weeks, they'll let us know. Mike?
Okay, Elizabeth Saul.
Yo, that's the end of that clip. So that now understand why Sleepy Joe, Jim Crow Joe had made that statement of we gonna swoop down it's ridiculous. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys to see how is that a far-fetched or ridiculous statement, which they had conducted exercises by the special forces in the form of this Jade Helm 15, which is actuality is a conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to get that too, the definition of conspiracy theory. So they say a lot of these men that come out with these truth, a lot of these guys that come out with these truth that say and that people look at them as conspiracy theorists, and in actuality they are not the conspiracy theorists. That your government, or primarily the elite, are the conspiracy theorists. Because the conspiracy, we're gonna get the definition of that. Give me a second. Salakia. See, we're gonna get this. What conspiracy means by legal definition. It says an agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act along with an intent to achieve the agreement's goal So hold on, I want to get another definition. So it says an agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act. Oh, that's not what I want to get. But it's basically I think this is it. It says here it says in criminal law, a conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people, persons, Salakia, to commit a crime at some time in the future. Criminal law in some countries or for some conspiracies may require that at least one overt act be undertaken in furtherance of that agreement to constitute an offense. So, like I looked up the law before. That's not really what I. Yeah, this is it. It says Britannica.com at the top. It says conspiracy in common law, an agreement between two or more persons to commit an unlawful act or to accomplish a lawful end by unlawful means. So that's a perfect definition, man. Like that's what it is. A conspiracy is an act or an agreement between two or more people to basically violate somebody's rights, basically an unlawful act. So if something's unlawful, that means it violates someone's rights. It's violation of someone's rights. That makes it unlawful. Go by this Constitution, which they say is the claim is the law of the land. Slovakia, the law of the land, is a crime is something that goes against someone's rights. So that's a crime. When you violate someone's rights, it's a crime. So it's an unlawful act, and that's what it says. To accomplish a lawful end by unlawful means. So they trying to go about things lawfully in an unlawful manner, so to speak. They trying to come across and bring out these policies, which that's the thing. That's a unlawful act. Not to ramble on, because it's to accomplish a lawful end by unlawful means. So that's what basically conspiracy is: a violation of someone, two or more people, which is governments, bodies of governments, conspiring, working together to violate someone's rights, which is the people, which is you citizens out here, the masses of people. So that's a conspiracy. And I'm going to get the definition of theory, what theory means. It says theory, it says a supposition or system of ideals intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. So basically, a theory is an ideal, conjecture, thesis, hypothesis. It's basically a belief. All these similar words here. It's an idea, a notion, a belief, a view, an opinion. So these opinions that the government your government is talking about or conspiring against you people, which is you can apply that to now about these mandates, mandatory things. That's actually they are the conspiracy theorists, because they taking your rights away. You have no freedom of speech. You have no freedom of choice. Everything, whenever, even according to law, everything that the government requires for a person to do is a contract. So if you have to agree or consent with, that's why you have to sign everything when it comes to the government. Like when they want you to do something, they want you to put your signature on it. That's a contract. So you sign your name, which means you agree to the terms and conditions of the paperwork, which is the contract that is given by the government. You agree to these terms and conditions. So by putting your signature on it, that means you consent or agree to it. So everything that comes for the government, that involves with the government, is a contract. No matter what it is, it's a contract. That's why they have you sign everything. But also a contract could be verbal also. But but that's what it is. They the real conspiracy theorists, cause they they come up with these two or more people come up with these ideas or these theories that plot against someone's rights unlawfully, man, from using these unlawful means to go against people's rights. So I want to clear that up, that these guys that bring out this information are not conspiracy theorists. A conspiracy, like we just went into, a conspiracy is an agreement to plot against an agreement between two or more people to do an unlawful act. That's a conspiracy, and a theory is an idea. So these policies that violates these citizens' rights and all that, that's a conspiracy theory. A theory is only an idea or a belief or a view or an opinion. You know, so yeah, I want to just clear that up. And getting back to this video, that's what it is. It says JM 15 conspiracy theories, because that's exactly what it is. Conspiracy, the definition, that's exactly what it is. These legislations and acts that the government come down to violate the people's rights, the masses of people, without them knowing. That's the conspiracy. The conspiracy theorists. But like I was saying, like what made Sleepy Joe come up with this idea, or why did he have to use the terminology of using special forces? Because he was the vice president during the Obama administration when these military training exercises, Jade Helm 15, was being conducted by special forces, man. This is like one of the many, like the scripture says, he search out iniquities, and the hearts is deep, roughly. He do a diligent search, and the heart of every one of them is deep. Something so roughly paraphrasing, man. Like they search out, they got many plots and schemes, man. They got various avenues that they can conduct their wicked agenda. They have more than one way to like the words say, this worldly saying is more than one way to skin a cat. They have more than one way to conduct these military drills, which is all leads to ultimately martial law. It's just another phase in martial law. So that goes along with what the all these other plans, all these other different plans, like the King Alfred plan, Rex 84, FEMA, Garden Plot, and I know there's many others out there, man. Like all these tie up together, and it ultimately are um, sections under the umbrella of martial law. These are all like sections under martial law, like other like So that just was was it was it just brought to my attention, like, why did he just come up with special forces? Now you know the truth. Now because he was behind the whole. He knew all about this military, the special forces being used on in the country's being trained on the country in the these different states, man. Cause there's more that there's various states. I got another video I want to bring out. I'm not trying to ramble on. I didn't mean to make this video that long, but that just I just want to clear that up. Like, why did he say special forces? Why made him say special forces? And this is the reason, because he was the vice president during this during the time of these things being conducted. So I hope the body of YAHAWAHSHI YAHAWAHSHI will edify. I want to say call Halayim La YAHAWAHSHI YAHAWAHSHI by Hashem Rakakadash. And Shalom to the next time. Yahawah Ratazah, which means Lord willing, and Wah Abba Babal.